Facebook. We got Facebook up. Twitter X up. YouTube is up. The Big Bodega is up too, man. Let's run it back. 3-game losing streak snapped. All right. Here we go. Salute to Knicks Nation on this Wednesday evening. Another edition of KFTV's postgame live presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. CP the franchise, Alex Shataros on the other side. Knicks back in action at the world's most famous arena, looking to snap a 3-game losing skid. And what can we say but welcome back to the Big Bodega, because Karl Anthony Towns would lead these Knicks against the Toronto Raptors with a 27-point, 13-rebound affair. It wasn't pretty because he was wincing and grimacing the entire first quarter. You had a cardiac Nick affair early in this one rather than late. However, he would seem to be able to play through it, and the Knicks were able to break away from the Raptors in the fourth quarter in particular. The dog, OG Anunoby, checking in with 27 points of his own. Got his efficiency back. Knicks trying to get their groove back from 3. And all in all, they would turn this thing into a bum night, man. 112-98. All 5 starters in double figures. Let's talk about it, man. Call us up on the KFTV Discord. Hit us up on the KFTV Discord. Salute to everybody watching YouTube, Twitter X, Facebook, Instagram. We are live. Salute, salute, salute. All right, man, let me get my theme music down. Shout out to Sky Zoo. All right, Al, what's good, man? How you feeling, man?
Feeling good, man. We got back on track, get the win.
Back to the winning side of things, man. Back to the winning side of things, man.
Back to the winning side of things, as you said. And look, the Stars played under 40 minutes tonight.
We even saw the bench. We saw the whole team tonight. The whole team.
I mean, even the bench players entered the first quarter. They were getting some extended run. You saw Shamet out there for a minute. You saw Precious. I thought Precious had a very strong third quarter today.
Yeah.
Hey, solid win for the Knicks. Although I would say that offensively, it was a little choppy, man. I'm so used to seeing this team just coasting offensively. Like they were just like watching them as a well-oiled machine. Tonight, it just felt like they were sloppy with the basketball. Thankfully, it wasn't too many turnovers. Like it could have been a lot more turnovers than they had tonight.
Yeah.
On top of that, I just felt like they were kind of out of rhythm. It felt like not full-on isolation, but they were missing prime moments for cutters, guys who were open. I felt like it could have been in a lot better rhythm. Even Brunson himself, man, I thought he could have had a better shot selection tonight.
Yeah. Well, let's start with the Bodega, man, because he was a story. The right knee tendon apathy. He missed the previous game against the Orlando Magic. I mean, look, I was hoping they would have rested him both on Monday and tonight because I didn't think they needed him in particular to beat this Raptors team. But, hey, he was ready to go. They said prior to pregame, prior to shoot around, that he was warming up with the team and that he'd be a game time decision. He comes in the first bucket. He's wincing. I'm like, oh, man, here we go. My man's not even going to make it to the end of the game. Holding on to his knee, grimacing. Clyde is talking about it. I mean, this is something we're going to have to watch. Clearly, it's something that you can play through, but still not for the faint of heart, man. We had a cardiac Nick affair in the first quarter, watching Karl Anthony Towns move up and down the court. Couldn't move laterally, couldn't move defensively, but still somehow ends up with 27 points and 13 rebounds and finishes the game.
Insane, man. I mean, the first couple of shots, you see him grimacing like, this doesn't feel good. But as soon as it felt like he just needed his body to warm up, because then he was fearless, man, in the second and third quarter, and he looked just fine tonight. Absolutely just looked just fine. But you also see how important he is, man. In the games that he's missed this season, the Knicks have lost both those games. Pistons and also the Orlando Magic earlier this week. So you see when he's not there, man, it's difficult for this team because he's so vital to what this offense looks like, and because of that gravity, like I keep saying, because of that gravity that he brings, he just impacts the other side. You're exhausted. It's tough guarding him. You could see you had 3 defenders tonight all mauling him.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And yet he just gets a simple jump hook and just knocks it down. And when you have to exhaust that much energy to try to stop him, you're either going to foul him, and then you see what happens to Jakob Poeltl in the first quarter. He gets in foul trouble, right? or you're like, I just exhausted so much energy. Now I got to go play offense. And even though you're in the driver's seat on offense and the defense has to predict what you're about to do, it's still difficult when you have to guard somebody like Karl Anthony Towns for, tonight it was 36
minutes?
36 minutes?
36 minutes.
34 minutes. Gave him 2 extra. But I'm sure Tibbs would have loved it.
Yeah, interesting. I'm going to be interested to see what he says in the post-game presser and Tibbs as well, just in terms of the injury management and how they plan to proceed going forward. But like I said, it's clearly something that you can play through. Maybe it's just a pain tolerance type of thing. Shout out to Denise909 on the Instagram. Big time KFTV representative. Says she was like, no, take Cat out right now. We can't lose him. I think that was everybody's reaction in the first quarter, mine included. I'm like, yo, I don't know, man. I ain't no orthopedist. But, it didn't look good in the beginning. But like I said, he was able to get through. And then before you knew it, he just started dominating. I mean, he had because remember in Underdog, I took him with the 13 and a half boards. He must have had maybe only 5 in the first half. And then next thing you know, he finishes with 13. So clearly he started feeling good as the game progressed.
Yeah, I mean, for Cat, offense just comes so naturally for him, and he does what he constantly does, man, which is he pours in evenly throughout the quarters, and you look at all these quarters, he had 11 in the let's just go quarter by quarter, right? Let's just work it through and see how he works, right? Mm-hmm. It's 4 in the first. You're like, oh, okay, he takes time, but it's that's common. He always allows everybody else to get going, and then he starts to come in the second quarter. He had 11 points in the second quarter. Third quarter, he had He had 7 points, and then finishes the game where you didn't even really need him that much. Finished the game with 5 points. So he just knows how to evenly distribute his scoring, when needed, right? And I think the team recognizes that he is the opposite of Mitchell Robinson. How Mitch is a safety valve on defense, Cat is the safety valve on offense. All right, nothing's working. Get it to the big man because we know he can knock down the 3. He's difficult when he's driving the hoop. And on top of that, the way that he's been working the paint this season is just on another level. One of the biggest complaints for Cat when he was out in Minnesota is that he kind of had blinders on. Mm-hmm, he would just he would attack the rim and there'd be an open teammate. But it's not the case this season. He's finding his guys when they're open, working the high post very well, working the low post too. But then when it comes to his shot selection, he just knows that when he gets the rock, it's for him to go. And that's kind of the trust that this team has been working on through the entire course of the season. Why, you know what? Even when we talk about the minutes, man, what Windhorst brought up, they've accelerated the starting 5 to get some cohesion, by having to play so many minutes. And so when you see these guys out there, it's all right, this is what my role is. This is what Bridges' role is. This is what Brunson's role is. There's no confusion. And so if you get it to Cat in the last few seconds, he's the one that's got to go score. If you get it to him in the post, hey, man, that's all you. Do what you got. It's your world. So you're just starting to see him. Not even starting to see him. He's just comfortable at this point.
Yeah.
And what the Knicks offense is.
This is their MVP, man. The big bodega is this team's MVP, and the more that you see the captain struggling, and it's look, he had how much he had? He had 13 and 7 tonight, 5 and 13 from the field, but having a challenge, he's a marked man, right? He's a marked man now in year 3 at the helm with the Knicks, and so he's no longer a surprise to the league. They're gunning for him every single night, and so when he's seeing teams wall him off the paint and putting 2 on the ball and sending extra attention, hard hedging, the digs, Karl Anthony Towns has now become your most reliable scoring threat in this offense. Mm-hmm. He's the MVP, bro.
Yeah, for sure. And, that's why he should be top 5. I mean, look, we didn't have Brunson one game, we won, and this is no shade to Brunson. I'm just saying this is just how the team is constructed this year. In years past, if we didn't have Brunson, we were definitely it was a close one. It was 50-50. It could either go, if you had quickly, it could either win or could either lose, depending on how also Randall played that game.
Yeah.
But now, based on how this team is constructed and being so top heavy, and the way they want to go, and how they're utilizing Cat, it's no surprise that when he's gone, Like, who is going to step? That's a big void offensively, man. This is a guy that's averaging like over 20 points a game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Averaging over 20 points, he's averaging a double-double this season, as he's capable of been doing in the league. But it's a big double-double for the New York Knicks, because when he's not there, who's filling the rebounding role? Who's filling the scoring role? That presence, like, no one at the center position has the same gravity that he does. So when he's not here, man, you see what it looks like. And that's why he should be in top 5, and why he is, depending on where you're looking, top 5 in MVP consideration.
Another player who's been here, but offensively hasn't been here in a little while, is a dog, man. OG Anunoby against his old team. It always seems to kind of get up for that matchup, and always kind of seems to get up for that matchup with RJ. Since they've been traded for each other, they kind of have like a little inner rivalry with this game. And so I kind of like that when we talk about, the lack of competitive fire around the league. But the dog, man, 27 points for him, 4 of 6, 4 of 7 from downtown, which is more important. Got after it defensively, as you see him getting into the passing lanes and getting his own transition buckets. And then what I always like about him is taking advantage of the mismatches in the post. Sealing off that small defender, getting it in, and really just mixing it up. I kind of like the dog's activity tonight, man.
Yeah, finally coming out of like he had a nice shooting game tonight for 3, and he's been struggling for quite a bit. Ever since he put up 40 against the Nuggets. Nice to see him get back into rhythm. And, you're talking about that RJ and OG matchup. I mean, how can there not be, like, some, like, tension when they're facing both, right?
Yeah.
RJ was drafted by the Knicks. OG was drafted by the Raptors. You're the replacement for each other, right? They're like, all right, we're starting new. We need another wing that can get downhill and score better than what OG did when he was out as a Raptor.
Right.
Vice versa, we needed somebody who could defend and knock down threes better than what RJ was doing. And so when you see each other like on the court, how can you not feel a little like, I could have been good in this role. I could have been, I may not have the skill set that you have, but I could have helped this team, or I've helped this team in many different ways. And, why did I have to be traded for you? I mean, OG was part of that Raptors team, even though he didn't played the entire or I don't even think he played the entire postseason for that year they won the chip, but he was didn't. Part of the reason why they got there, right? True. During the regular season. RJ was a reason why the Knicks got, out of the dumps. Randall, that first year they made the postseason, you could argue that the top 3 of that team, you don't even have to argue, it was Derrick Rose, Julius Randle, RJ Barrett. Those were the guys. That's who you relied on. And so both guys have history with each other's team. And now you're starting to see each other thrive. I mean, even though the Raptors, record-wise, isn't good, RJ's still having a good season. OG's doing well with the Knicks. There's got to be a little bit of, like, competition when you see each other like, okay, let's go.
For sure.
Let's see who's better, man. Let's see which deal worked out better for which team.
For sure. And I believe they said in the telecast that some of the guys, or Karl Anthony Towns was rocking a number 8. He was rocking the OG's numbers. Some of these guys were rocking OG's numbers. So, it seems like the whole team was kind of rallying behind that under, disrespect, so to speak, if you will. Especially when you get traded, you kind of have that chip on your shoulder. So everybody was kind of rocking with him. But, hey, good job by the dog, kind of shaking out of that shooting funk and also attacking on the defensive end, which is what the Knicks need to do. I also thought Josh Hart, I liked his energy tonight. 21 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists, 9 of 14 from the field, 2 of 5 from downtown. Hart is similar to Brunson in that they hold themselves accountable, especially when they have off nights. And I didn't like his energy in the loss against the Magic, even though I think he even still had a double-double. He still willed himself to a double-double. Just wasn't that Hart energizer type of game. And so tonight you kind of saw more concerted effort. Like, yo, listen, man, these Raptors, they're not guarding anybody. You got to go at them. And you saw that, taking it to the basket millions of times, getting the rebounds, knocked down a 3 late in the game, threw his hands up. He did knock down 2 threes in this game. But good game by Hart, a plus 19 on the night. 3 assists shy of another triple-double for Josh Hart, man.
I didn't feel it in my bones, man. I'm 2 of 2 right now calling Josh Hart triple doubles. All right, I was like, this would be close, but not there, not there.
Did you go for the triple double in DraftKings tonight?
I did not, and that's why I was like, okay, man. Look, I have to have the, I got to feel it, man.
Yeah, I feel it.
I wasn't feeling it tonight.
I got you. Yeah,
but look, for Josh Hart, you saw it tonight. You saw him knocked down the three, right? How about that? The one pass I'll say, the one that really stuck out in the first quarter, Brunson just whipping that pass to a cutting Bridges. Bridges then kicks it out to Josh Hart in the right corner and knocks down the three. That's what you love. That's the one thing, man. He is shooting with such confidence. Like, Bridges is kind of waned now. He was on a good streak shooting from three. Now he's kind of lost it. Josh Hart's been very consistent knocking down threes, man. If you told me that entering this season, Josh Hart was going to be very confident knocking down threes and guys would have to respect him from the perimeter, I'd be like, what happened? What's going on here? I don't believe you, right? He's doing it this year. You got to love what he's doing. But the energy for sure. And, he even talked about it, right? Before when they interviewed him, right? They showed that segment, and he talked about what type of team does do the Knicks want to be? A team that, they're high energy when all their shots are falling and low energy where no shots are falling, or they're going to bring it every single night, regardless of if the ball's going through the hoop, right? They got to figure out some sort of way to stay competitive. And you want to talk about accountability, that's Josh Hart putting that energy out there, talking, not only to the cameras, but to the rest of his team, right? Being the other, even though he doesn't have a C on his chest, he is the other captain. He is the other leader of the team. The roommates are the leader of this team.
Yeah.
So when you see him coming out there and saying, what type of team we're going to be, he's talking to the rest of his team too, saying, guys, we got to lock in defensively. We got to be this gritty team. Like, this team has had the identity the last few years of being a gritty team that just plays 120% no matter what, right? That's what we saw the last 2 years. And when Brunson got here, and he wants to continue that same energy now. And I think it's not only holding himself accountable, but trying to make sure that the team is held accountable too.
Yeah, that is true. His defense wasn't all that there because RJ was kind of going at him. RJ was kind of giving him the business tonight. But you know what? Hey, it is what it is. Offensively, he delivered and he got the job done.
CP, for the most part of this game, for like three quarters.
He was in control.
He was hard. Yeah, they were. Both teams were scoring at a high efficient rate. Yeah. No one was playing defense. Quiet on the telecast was telling you, the person who's going to win, the team that's going to win this game is whoever decides to strap up. Pause. But that's what had to happen. Then you see in the fourth quarter, a young team that's forcing or causing turnovers, inexperienced when it comes down the stretch. Knicks win, man. A young team in the Raptors was not able to close out or figure out how to keep things flowing. And then you see the Knicks win, man. Yeah. And they played some solid defense. True indeed. Took advantage.
True indeed, man. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. Hit the like button, hit the share button, subscribe to the channel. Wherever you guys are checking in from, KFTV's Postgame Live presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. CP the franchise, Alex Rotaros in the building. Call us up on the KFTV Discord, and we're going to give a giveaway. We're going to do a giveaway for the caller of the night, Al. I'm going to announce what that giveaway is going to be, but the caller of the night is going to receive a gift from KFTV. So tap in with that. Shout out to Hasib Mian on the chat. Al said, CP, vibes at the game were fun. Love seeing a bounce back from them. Okay, so shout out to everybody that was at the Garden. I heard there was a fight now at the Garden, man.
There was a fight.
Yeah, who was scrapping in the lower bowl, man? Was it Knicks fan or Knicks fan? Was it Knicks fan, Raptors fan? What was going on at the Garden, man? People were scrapping in the lower bowl? I need a report.
I saw the video. I'm going to send you. I saw it.
Oh, you got the video?
I think, I'm pretty sure Bondi retweeted it.
Okay.
Yeah, Bondi did tweet it. Here, I'm going to send it to you right now so you can share it. We can all watch it together.
Yeah. Let's review. Let's review that. Okay. Shout out to the Rhyme Animal, Chuck D out, $20 super chat, franchise channel member, and the legend. Everybody throw a hashtag PE in the chat. He says about family show time. Need to be angry but focused on Friday. We beat OKC for 3 quarters. FYI, Cleveland wants playoff revenge. Bucks are mad at everybody. Next time, let's appreciate a winning streak better because losing sucks. He says JB will be okay. Let's go, man. Shout out to the Rhyme Animal, Chuck D.
CP, these look like your seats, man.
Hang on, let me see, man. Well, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. I was in the studio tonight. So let me take a look at the replay and see what was going on here. Let me close some windows up. The video's kind of skipping on tonight's broadcast. Okay.
Looks like we got a dollar store action Bronson.
Okay. All right, let's see, man. Let's go to STG Nick first off for the stadium report. STG Nick, mute your mic on the Discord. Were you there, Nick? Did you see the scrum? What was going on?
I was there, but like when there's a lot of commotion going on, everyone's talking, everyone's like people are cheering, but nothing's going on the floor. That's when you
Oh,
know there's a fight going
I
on.
got you. Got you.
So from a distance, it was hard to tell, but I saw the video from Steph. He retweeted it.
Okay.
It looked like it was behind the basket. It was pretty far from where I was, but
Yeah.
looked interesting. I knew something was going on.
All right.
But,
We'll pull it up. What was your thoughts in the game?
Oh yeah, so overall in the game, I mean, like great bounce back win. You definitely see the effect that Cat has on the game. Loved what he brought offensively. Good efficiency. And as for OG, I'd love to see the bounce back. Good efficiency from the field. Good shot making. And one of the things that it might go a little underlooked, but I thought Landry Shamet was kind of good. I mean, this is the three ball wasn't falling still. But I thought overall, just like hitting the mid range, he had some nice layups, cutting to the basket. I mean, that's all you're gonna need from him, just to provide a little something out there. In 21 minutes, 8 points, 4 of 8 shooting. Like as long as he can provide that, he brings decent energy, okay defense. Like if he brings that every night, that's all we really need. We can't have no shows, especially with how the bench is. So I'm happy with that. Thought Precious was solid there for a little bit. Like you said with JB, still getting it going, but as long as he's impacting the game in other ways, thought he had some nice passes. But overall, good bounce back win. Hopefully Deuce is okay, because they said hamstring strain. It happened in practice, but now it's going on like almost a week. So hopefully it's not too serious.
Hopefully Friday.
But Friday is a big one. Mm-hmm.
Hopefully Friday, man. Absolutely.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right. STG Nick on the Discord. Rate that call in the chat. 1 being trash, 5 being facts. I tell you, the caller of the night, Al, is going to come away with a gift tonight, courtesy of your friends at KFTV, man. So everybody that call in, get your takes in order, clear, concise, and get it in there, man. Shout out to STG Nick.
Oh, you're about to have people rehearsing out here like it's a high school speech, man. What's going on here?
That's right, man. I think that'll allow us to kind of clean up, not clean up, but ensure that we have quality takes consistently,
You don't want people coming in here taking like 30 minutes just to get their point across.
Yeah, exactly. We don't want to bring out the airplane joints to land the plane. We haven't done that in a while. You know what I'm saying? I haven't done that in a while. Okay, let me pull up the video. But he did mention the bench. We didn't talk about the bench yet. That's gonna be a story for quite some time, especially with the Tibbs substitution, the war crimes people want to talk about. Shamet, 21 minutes, 8 points, 4 of 8 from the field. 2 rebounds and assist. Good, better showing tonight. His best showing tonight so far. He's always had good energy since he came in. Hasn't been able to knock down the shot, but defensively, he has good energy, but he's got to bring the shots behind that. Tonight, he was able to shoot it a little bit better tonight. Mm-hmm. Stepped into a little mid-range. I liked his energy tonight. I did. I liked his activity.
Talking about Shamet.
Yeah, Shamet, yeah.
Yeah. Shamet, man, he's just returning, so you're looking for him to just find some sort of rhythm, I mean, now that we talk about the starting 5 having to get some sort of cohesion. The bench has to get some sort of cohesion as well, you know? I mean, we're still waiting on McBride to get back. We don't even know what that fully looks like once he returns. What's the shot selection for Shamet when he's here? I do like the off-ball energy that he has. It looks like he's, that's been the questionable thing about Shamet's career. Can he play defense? Not saying he's a great defender, but what Dante did last season, being off-ball, knowing how to jump passing lanes, you see Shamet trying to be aggressive in that manner. I do appreciate that. Just don't gamble too much. But the thing we want from him is just knocking down threes. You want him to get in, knock down some shots. He did some of that tonight. I think it's a good way for him to get back in rhythm. I mean, the good part is that we're going to be home for quite some time. So for bench players, no better time to get into rhythm than being on a long homestand.
That's right. No better time than now. Great point by you. And then you had also, Payne, not so much, not much going on there in his minutes. Only took 1 shot for Payne. So, we'll see what's up with him there. But Precious, much better showing by Precious tonight. He had 6 points, 15 minutes, 4 boards, an assist, and a block. Good job by Precious. I called him out a little bit after that loss to the Magic. I didn't like how, he was letting Wendell Carter eat his food a little bit. So I think Precious was probably watching. He stepped his game up tonight, and he was a bit more impactful in the win.
He was certainly tapped in, Steve.
He was tapped in.
He had a really good third quarter. I mean, the third quarter alone, he had I think it started off, when he started to get going was with the block. Then he had a good pass to Shamet.
Yeah.
Right? found him cutting for an easy lay-in. Then he had a nice strong dunk. I thought his defense, I thought his rotation, his energy was good tonight. He's another high energy guy. He's not the same as Josh Hart, who's going to bring, that gritty, I'd say I don't know how to fully describe it, but he's not going to give you that same Josh Hart energy. But you still need him to be an energizer guy off the bench. And when he's not doing that, and when he's not locked in, awful. But tonight did a solid job, especially in that third quarter. I like what he had to offer. Campaign, he's been in a rut though.
Yeah.
He's not seeing the court well. He's not having any good shot selection. I really wonder if this is partially due to McBride not being out there, because I feel like with both of them out there, even though McBride is more of the scoring guard, shooting guard, while Payne is the table setter for that unit, it feels like they both work well with their energy, off each other, just understanding how to set each other up. And even if Payne isn't trying to set the table, you can kind of get a little bit, not a lot, a little bit from McBride, while he's just, looking for his own shot. He's not capable of doing that right now since McBride's not there. So I feel like maybe waiting for McBride to get back, but the way he's been looking at the court, man, not good. He had that turnover where Quick just snatches the ball, gets the foul, knocks down both free throws, and that's just kind of been adding on to his tough stretch right now.
Yeah, I'm at the point. Look, we know what Payne does, man. If he's not hitting his threes, if he's not locked in from three, I'm ready for the Kolek experiment. I'm ready for the Kolek situational minutes here to grow into an established bench role. What Payne is going to give you, man. He's campaign. He's been who he is for a long time.
Look, if you want a table setter, Kolek is much better.
Yeah. I'd like to see what Tyler, the Creator, has right now and go from there. But we need Deuce back. Hopefully it's Friday. We can kind of change the tempo a little bit against OKC, man. Let's get Deuce back in here, man. Set the tone. Trying to get it in the ski mask way on Friday night. Revenge. But they got to raise their level of play. I really
want that
wasn't
Black
impressed.
Air Force One energy out there.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? They've got to come a level or two up from tonight though. Because they still were kind of disjointed a little bit. They kind of just sleptwalked their way into this win, which is all right. We'll take the win, right? We got to break the streak. But on the other side, I was watching both games at the same time. I was watching Thunder Cavs. That was a thriller. Down to the wire. I had to scout. Let's see what Spider and them are doing. Can they handle this? They did. They won. They pulled away at the end. So we need revenge on Friday, man. So these guys, they got to raise it up a little bit. They really do.
McBride back, man.
All hands on deck.
According to ESPN, potentially Alex Caruso will be back for the Thunder that game too.
Wow. Okay. All right.
So they're getting healthy. We got to get things got to change, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%, man. All right, we'll load up the fight in a little bit, but we want to make sure we have a constructive show first. Tone on the Discord. Go ahead and unmute your mic. Tone, are you there?
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. How you feeling, man?
I'm all right. First off, man, we just send our prayers to California, man, because it's crazy out there.
Absolutely, man. To our fans out there in Cali, our left, we have a whole left coast Knicks squad out there in LA, man. And I was out there in Pacific Palisades, man. We had drove past there as we kind of went through Santa Monica and everything last year. So, prayers out to everybody impacted by that, man. Sad situation going on out there.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. I got family in Pasadena, so
okay.
They gotta go to these Airbnbs that they're giving out for free and stuff. So it's just crazy, man. So just pray for everybody out there.
Sure.
On the game, man, it's good that we got the win. I think we're entering this Tyler Kolek era. I think Campaign is slowly gonna play his way out of the rotation.
Mm-hmm.
It just seems like that's what Tibbs do. He just give them the rope until they let go. And I think Cam is just slowly letting go because every game he just don't do anything. And then the last thing, man, I'm gonna keep it short, man.
Sure.
I don't know what Huck Porty did to Tibbs, but he just never gets on the court. Even in garbage time.
Yeah.
You don't want to give him any minutes, bro.
Yeah. I'm not sure, like, what happened, man. We were just rocking with Huckamania like 2 months ago, Al. What happened?
Not even. It felt like a month ago.
Yeah.
Man. We're still waiting on the shirts.
Yeah. Well, we got the shirts. I sent him a shirt. He's got his shirt. And now, like, I don't know. The guy gave us great energy.
Yeah, I just don't get it, man. I was like, man, even garbage time can get in like 2 minutes, a minute.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, but we need to win Friday, man. We gotta take the Thunder down. We need revenge.
Yeah, man.
That's the day, man. Have a good night, man.
Looking forward to it. Tone on the Discord. Rate that call in the chat. We're going for the caller of the night. Shout out to Tone. Yeah, I don't know what to say about the Huck Porty thing, man. From the time he went out after he made that like one defensive mistake, you haven't seen a minute of this guy. And Sims is clearly in that third string-ish center spot.
That's the thing, man. Tibbs has his like. It's going to be Precious, obviously, at the backup five right now.
Mm-hmm.
Sims is third string. I mean, there's just a little bit of respect that Tibbs has for Sims where you can't just completely put Huck Porty above him. So, but, I mean, you can't play Sims in the last. Well, you have Sims and Huck Porty out there in the final frames. There's other guys that need some run, too.
Yeah.
At different positions. So, it's just tough, but I also feel like that they're trying. I don't know, man. Like, there's been a lot of chatter about Sims being on the trading block.
Yeah,
You know?
is this a showcase? Maybe.
That's what I'm wondering. Is this a showcase to say, hey, if you're looking at Sims, here's what he looks like? Which ain't much.
Hey, if you need a guy, we got a guy.
If you need a body,
we got a guy for you.
you know what it is, CP? It's like when you're losing. It's like when you play five on five, right? And one guy's like, all right, man, I'm done. I'm ready to walk away. And you're like, no, man, just stay. We just need a body.
Hold up,
we just need a body.
Hey, maybe it's a
That's
showcase.
Jericho Sims for you.
Maybe it's Leon and Wes putting the chess pieces on the board. Like, listen, we don't got many assets to deal with right now. Hey, there's a simulation. If any of you playoff teams need a guy, we got one for you.
If you want a guy that shows you it's got a stoic face,
That might
no
be.
emotion, we got you.
It might be the simulation. So hey, man, maybe that's the move. You know, maybe that explains it all. Okay, all right, let's get to this fight, man. See what's going on here. Let me see. Let's see what's going on with this fight, and let's react to it. Okay, so this was what was going on in the lower bowl here, Al, around the 100s. Let's see here. Let me turn off the highlights. Okay, let's see what's happening here. This section. Okay. Oh. All right. We got a couple of punches thrown. So this could be either like 102 or it could be like 112, I think. 102, 112. That one right behind the basket. All right. So we got a guy here, kind of on the thicker side, all black, ginger. All right. Now, is he a Raptors fan? He's got a lot of guys holding him back. Now he got a couple. He didn't really get too many shots in. He got like a lot of little body shots in on the guy with the tan hoodie. Guy with the tan hoodie looked like he was kind of unfazed. Like, you know, this guy's just kind of getting in some love taps here. Okay, so now
What was the cause of this, man? That's what
I don't know. We need to know if guy in the Brunson jersey that he's got his hands on his hips. If you were there and you're watching KFTV right now, call us with the stadium report. What was behind this? One thing's for sure, Al. Always the number one rule in the stadium: if you're going at a guy on the higher perch, you better come with it. You gotta come with it, man. He's got the leverage.
Be throwing haymakers.
You got to be throwing them. You know, you can't be looking to wrestle, man, because you at a disadvantage.
Yeah, he's trying to hold him. What's going on here,
Yeah,
man?
has
he never heard about the high ground advantage?
The high ground advantage, man. It's a real thing. You gotta be ready to go. If you're on that lower level, you gotta be ready to throw him.
Literally, the guy could connect with your face just like, bop, just done.
So I don't know. This guy looks like he's hailing from like Saskatchewan or something like that. He must have been a Raptors fan. I can't see him being a Knicks fan. He must have been a Raptors fan.
Someone said this is Hagrid coming all the way down.
Yeah.
I think this is Dollar Tree action Bronx.
Yeah,
man.
this guy drove
Tree.
down from like Prince Edward Island, tap in with RJ and had a little too much of the Tim Hortons and he forgot where he was at.
Too many Timmys. He got a half dozen donuts for the trip.
Yeah, had a little too much of this Tim Hortons. And this is what you get, man. You're in the Mecca, pal. You got to slow down. All right, so that was their night. They missed out on the Bodega's return, man. 27-13 with Karl Anthony Towns, man.
This guy's saying, wow, I paid congestion pricing for this?
Yeah. You gotta get your money's worth.
You should have made it worth it, my guy.
You should have made it worth it, man. Well, better luck next time for this guy. Better luck next time. Okay. Yeah. All right. Shout out to other side out. $50 super chat on the YouTube side. He says, I was there. The guy in front of me was being an ass. He wouldn't sit down. Okay, so I think he's talking about the guy from Saskatchewan. Ooh. He said, I asked him nicely, but he was being racist, and the guy next to me stood up for me, but B for you, no fist are flying. Okay, I didn't really make that part out. But B for you, no fists are flying. They let the guy next to me back in.
But before you know it, fists are flying, and they let the guy next to me back in, though.
All right, thanks for the translation, Al. Definitely appreciate that. Teamwork. All right, shout out to the guy. Shout out to this guy. He was there. You see that?
Shout out to you for the $50 super chat, other side. But wow,
one out of every two people is a KnicksFanTV viewer there in the Madison Square Garden. So we solved the case. There we go. We had a viewer. He dropped 50 ducats. That's legit. I believe him. That's accurate, Al. That's a good report.
Now we could turn off the bat signal and we're good.
Yeah, appreciate you, my man, for bringing that tidbit, that insight, so we can kind of close the loop. All right, so he said, Buddy was acting up, and he got the pause put on him. Ramadan in the chat says other side didn't help him at all. Wait. Other side, which one was you in the crowd, man? Which one of these guys was you in the crowd? Was that you with the Brunson jersey on? This guy's got his hands on his hips, holding his lady, just watching. Was that you?
Oof.
Hey, man, the game wasn't that action-packed. We need some action here tonight. Not racist Sami Zayn. Yeah, he kind of looked like a 400-pound Sami Zayn. Didn't he?
Other side is laughing. He's finding that funny.
Oh, man. Salute to everybody in the grab, man. I would love for you guys to be viewing this, Don't you got to come to YouTube, man. Number one show for the fans by the fans. We here. All right, so shout out to everybody for their contributions here and giving us the lowdown on what happened here. Game wasn't all that good, Al. We got to supplement sometimes on the postgame show.
Man, thank God someone started a fight in the lower bowl. CP, this is just a warning for you. I mean, this is around where you sit, man. So you got to be careful.
This is around my territory, man. You can sometimes find me in like the 102s, 103s. I get my tickets late, man. So sometimes, those are kind of like, that's my speed. That's where I'm at. Then I typically like my whole like little joint is in between like maybe like 3 minutes left in the second quarter. I head down to the Delta and get me a little bite. Get me some dinner. Sometimes they might have the halibut popping down there with a little spaghetti squash. Thank you, Mr. Dolan and his team for feeding me. That's the least I can do for conducting number one show for the fans by the fans.
Hey,
let me go get me a little salmon fillet. You know what I'm saying?
Should have a free pass to the Delta Lounge. All KFTV should have a free pass to the Delta Lounge. How about that?
Shout out to Kev. Shout out to everybody at MSG, man. That takes care of us, man. Shout out to everybody, man. They know who they are. Shout out to our team there.
Hey, those burgers are really good.
Yeah, the daily burgers are good, man. I recommend it. It is quite good. All right, to the Discord, Pops the Legend. Pops, how you feeling, man?
I'm doing great, CP and Alex. How are you guys doing?
Good, man. Good to hear from you, bro.
Don't worry, guys. I broke the matrix, my friends. My wife took my son, since it was his birthday today, and myself out to dinner. We started streaming the game.
Nice.
They had a victory, and she bought me another pair of Knicks tickets for the Rockets game on the 3rd.
Yo, this guy keeps winning. First off, happy birthday to your son, and congratulations to you, man.
I'll let him know, and thank you so much. So, guaranteed, whether it's Mickey D's, Wendy's, 5-star gourmet restaurant, I'm going to take wifey out the Thunder's game on Friday, man. Guaranteed victory for sure.
There you go, man. Well, you got to return the favor. You can't be winning all the time. You got to share, right?
Well, but if I share, then maybe I break it. She has to pay, brother. That's how we get the streak going.
That's how you keep the streak going, right?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely, man. Yo, see, this is why I be trying to tell Al, man, and the young whippersnappers, man. They got to learn from us, right? They got to learn from us, man. It's OG lessons,
absolutely.
man. Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait for her to hear this one too.
Yeah.
That's what gets it, is that when I play the video for her, she just has the ball with it.
Hey, KFTV's a wife-friendly show, man. Anything we can do, man.
Amen. Amen.
Yeah.
And the Cavs actually are showing what it's going to take for the Knicks to get to the next level. And we may not want to hear it, but it's going to take time. Because last year, I don't think the Cavs really made any major trades or anything during the offseason. It's pretty much the same team, right?
For the most part, I mean, they got Strus back. Strus was out for a little while with injury. Sam Merrill, who's the other kid from New York, Ty Jerome. Mm-hmm. They got a good supporting cast now, man. Everybody's kind of bringing it together.
Well, then we can only pray for the same. Just give the Knicks a little bit more time. I mean, obviously the 3-game losing streak had me down in the dumpers, but I'm not gonna say a good win, but at least they won. And like I said, don't worry. Wifey's taking me out Friday, and we're gonna guarantee another victory. That's it.
There you go, man. There you go. Well, enjoy it. Enjoy it at the game. Hopefully, we get some revenge, and call us back Friday night, man.
I definitely will.
Pops the legend in the building.
Okay.
Rate that call in the chat. 1 being trash, 5 being facts. The streak for Pops continues, and he's going, man. He's going. So shout out to him, man. All right, salute to everybody in the chat once again. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Speaking of Friday, we will be back at the #1 watch party for the fans, by the fans. We will be back at Clinton Hall 36. Make sure that you guys are all there because you don't want to miss it, man. Happy hour drink specials, happy hour food specials, DJ Eric L Beats on the 1s and 2s, and you guys. So make sure you guys pull up at Clinton Hall 36, RSVP at KFTVWatch.com or KnicksFanTV.com, and make sure you guys are there, man. Free for everybody, free all night. We just ask that you RSVP on the website. So it's going to be a good time. We put the highlight reel up on Instagram. And shout out to everybody who participated and made the cut. Okay. All right. Let's go to Knicks win 112-98. Let's go to the big bodega, Al. He was a story. It was his return. Here he was on MSG Networks with our guy, Alan Hahn. Here he was with Han Solo after the game. Here is Karl Anthony Towns. Here we go.
Speaking of, how important was it to get back on the winning track after a couple of losses just to feel that dub again?
I mean, it's great for the vibes, great for the team, great for the city. Every win means a lot, so to get on the right side is good.
Assistant coach Andy Greer told me at halftime, you make scoring look easy. Does it feel easy some nights?
I work really hard on my game, so what you call easy is a lot of hours of work I put in.
Speaking of guys who put in hours, Patrick Ewing sitting baseline, watching you work tonight. You guys make eye contact a couple of times. What's that mean to you to perform in front of him?
I mean, that's the legend. That's the man who built Mecca. So for me to grow up and watch him play, and for him to now watch me play in the Mecca is a humbling experience.
All right, thanks very much, Kat.
All right. It's a big bodega. What's Han rocking? Okay, he's rocking like the eggplant window pane with the turtleneck. Okay, so Solo stepping out tonight, man. Switching the style up.
Look at this man.
One with the turtleneck with the eggplant window pane joint.
Do you think he asked Clyde for a little, like, stylistic?
You got to.
You know?
You got to. You got no choice when you're around Clyde, man. You know, iron sharpens iron. You know what I'm saying?
And look, Clyde's come back from vacation, so he's ready to give advice. Man was off for a month?
Yeah. And he's come back fresher than ever, man. Clyde has come back fresher than ever. He's not holding back. He's speaking freely. I like that version of Clyde, man. I like that version of Clyde. Al, let's get to the key stats of the night, man, presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. Let's get into it. I think one of the key stories of the night, the Knicks getting back into some shooting efficiency, especially from three. They went 12 of 33 from the field. They shot 36% from three. Much better than the output in Orlando when they only were one higher than the league lowest this season. They only had made 4 threes in the Monday loss to Orlando. They made 12 tonight against the Raptors. Both teams shooting 80% from the charity stripe. Knicks winning the rebounding battle as you'd expect, 43-33. Turnovers. A lot of big high turnover output tonight for both teams. 16 turnovers for the Knicks led to 22 Raptor points. 17 Raptors turnovers led to 28 Knick points. Points in the paint, Raptors edged the Knicks 50-48. And then you had the large lead of the night, 26 for the Knicks and 4 for the Raptors.
This game, man, it came down to the Knicks just imposing their will when it came to working just the paint, getting the boards. Look, 43-33 is no slouch to out-rebound this team by 10. Solid effort. Points in the paint, it was narrow. You talk about a few shots here or there. They could have won the points in the paint battle. Second chance points is what I like to see, man. From a team last year that always dominated this category, you like to see them back on the winning side, 16-12. The one thing I will critique is the assist numbers. This is a team that has averaged 32 plus assists, 24 assists. I know we lost the assist battle tonight, but it just, like I said, man, the choppiness of this offense, it just feels like they're out of the groove. I obviously want to see them back in rhythm because when they're at their peak, they're just unstoppable. But I feel like everybody's got to do a better job, including the captain, when it comes to looking. I know he got 7 assists tonight.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like that truly told the entire story of his shot selection, reading the court. There's a little funk for Brunson. Obviously, he'll get out of it. We're accustomed to him doing that. But I think as the team as a whole, they could do a lot better when it comes to looking for each other on the floor.
Yeah, I agree with you there, man. Well said. And those were once again the key stats of the night, guys. And once again, the key stats of the night brought to you guys by DraftKings Sportsbook. And shout out to our friends over at DraftKings, man, because from the football playoffs to college to pro basketball to the rush of hockey, it's all happening. And you can get in on all the action on the sports that you love at DraftKings Sportsbook. With so many sports, there's almost unlimited opportunities to place your first bet every day. Try betting on something simple like picking a team to win, like the New York Knicks. Go to DraftKings Sportsbook app, pick your team, aka the Knicks, and place your bets. And here's something special for all new customers. I know on the screen it says $150, but we are back up to $200 in bonus bets instantly when you bet $5 and your bet wins. So make everyday game day with DraftKings Sportsbook. Remember to bet responsibly. And if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY, which is 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. What else we got? 21 plus. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. This is void in Ontario. For new customers only, and the bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. /audio. All right, so remember, we're back up now to $200 in bonus bets. So make sure you guys tap in with our guys at DraftKings Sportsbook. All right, let's get to the phones out. Isaiah on the Discord. Go ahead and unmute your mic.
What's going on? CP Alex.
How you
Was at
feeling,
the
man?
game.
Okay.
I'm good. Was at the game. I am the other side on YouTube.
Okay, here we go. All right, man. So what happened, man? Break it down, man.
So pretty much what happened was everybody's enjoying the game. It's early. I was telling the other guy, can you, please sit down?
Okay, this was the aggressor. Was he a Raptors fan? I don't want to profile him, but he looked like a Raptors fan.
I don't know what he wasn't from New York. I could tell you that.
All right.
He clearly was not from New York.
Okay.
So his friend sat down. So I had to move over because the couple, they sat next to me. So I had to move my seat down.
Okay. So which one are you? Are you in the video that I'm playing right now? Are you in the video?
I'm the one wearing the mellow jersey.
Mellow jersey. Okay. Hang on. I'm trying to.
Number 7. I got the white hat on.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So,
okay. I see you now. Okay. Gotcha.
So I tell the other guy if he could sit down. He's saying, no, I'm not going to sit down. Clearly he's drinking.
Okay.
So everyone behind me sees it. They're trying to call security. So the guy next to me was like, yo, he asked you nicely. So when he said that, the guy said something crazy. I'm not going to repeat it. He said something crazy and fisticuffs happened.
Yeah.
I'm trying to break up the fight, but I just couldn't do it. So I just back up. Right. I paid too much money for these seats.
Hey,
I'm not swinging on nobody.
I got you.
I paid too much money for these seats. I've been to 4 games this season. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, you're trying to get in. Carl Anthony Towns tonight.
My man, he dropped some things, so I picked it up for him, made sure he was good.
Okay.
They kicked both of them out, but then around the second quarter, I see my man come back in, so I chopped it up with him, make sure he was good.
This is homie with the tan jacket. He was allowed back in.
Tan jacket, yeah.
Okay,
back in.
okay. So
shout out to bro.
He got back in on a Good Samaritan type of.
On a Good Samaritan, pretty much.
Okay,
because everybody saw it. Everybody saw it. So my thing is this: like, we all here to have a good time, but I feel like they have to do something when it comes to alcohol because you have a lot of people who once they start drinking, they just have that courage to just really act up. So
yeah.
I'm not saying ban it, but like security has to be on point because security took too long. Took way too long. But back to the game, game was good. It was okay. I really need to see Brunson get going. It's like he's off and on this season. He has his footing sometimes, and then there's other times where he looks rough. Look, he had 55 the other game. But let's be honest, it wasn't a good 55. It was 55, but it wasn't good. Kale did what he did. I'm going to need him to really get that jump shot consistently right. But otherwise than that, look, a win is a win. I'm 500 of the season finally. Last time I was at the Garden, Trae Young was throwing dice.
Yeah.
So I'm ending at that note. I'm ending at that note. Salute to y'all, though. Appreciate
I was there,
show.
man. You going to pull up on Friday, man? Watch party, man. You pulling up on Friday? What you doing Friday, man?
Friday, I got to go to work, but we'll see. I definitely got to come out, and support and show love to y'all.
Yeah, it'll be a lot safer than the Garden, man. Don't worry about it, man. It's
safer,
a family show at the
you.
KFTV watch party, man. It's all love in there. Yeah, it's only
got you. I've been here since Porzingis days, so yeah.
All right, man. Appreciate the call, man. Call back anytime.
All right, salute.
All right, you see that? On the number one show for the fans, by the fans, we put the whole story together. Hit the like button, hit the share button, subscribe to the channel, because you don't get this anywhere else. My man gave us the super chat, and he's right there, Al. Right there in the section.
Private Eye CP at work. Let's go.
This is what we do, man. Sometimes we got to get into our investigative journalism bag. The game was boring, so we had to supplement. Shout out to that guy. He might be the call of the night, Al.
Succinct, to the point, gave us the backstory, gave us the details.
Everything added up. Everything matched up. Rate that call in the chat, man.
I'm kind of curious how crazy the guy went, though. Like, what did he
listen,
say?
Man. You're in enemy territory, and if you got the balls, then clearly you're on another planet. Because you coming to New York with that, it's not going to end well for you, man.
Oh, no.
It's not going to end well for you. Yeah. We'll just say that.
Other side, I hope you bought our guy a drink, though. Oh, when he returns.
No. Well, he said he's trying to get the alcohol out of there. You know? Okay. Well, yeah, man. For those of you watching from out of town, hey, listen, buy your tickets and you gotta come correct, man. If somebody's asking you nicely to, have a seat, you can't be doing that on the road. You know what I mean? Like, I'll do that in the Garden. Like the first couple minutes. Yeah, I'm up. Playoffs. Forget about it. I'm standing up. If you ain't up behind me, that's too bad. Because me and the Knicks chick, we're standing up. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, we're up. But, like, if you're a visitor and you're in another person's building,
you can't be talking reckless. It's like going to somebody's house and then, you start opening the fridge.
Yeah.
You don't have to take off the shoes. You can't be doing that, man.
Yeah, can't be doing that.
Start cussing them out.
Yeah. And then he didn't have much hands going with him. He was losing, man. It was a lose scenario for this guy.
John Goins says, aren't Canadians supposed to be nice? We don't know if he's Canadian, man. We don't know.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I kind of profiled him a little bit, I said he drove down from Saskatchewan. I probably should have said that. But, he seemed like, based on his behavior, he was not a New Yorker. Mm-hmm. We're much classier people, man. So shout out to the other side for giving us the play-by-play. Tyler, let's clip this up and let the people know we'll put it out tomorrow. And shout out to Bonnie for the alley. Okay. 112 to 98. Let's see who we got in terms of locker room sound bites here, Al. Knicks win. Okay, here's Karl Anthony Towns on the knee injury, because that's what we were wondering, like, how the hell are you playing right now? All right, here's a bodega on his knee injury, courtesy of S&Y Videos. Here we go.
How's the knee coming into it?
Man, I'm playing basketball. That's all I have to think about.
Is that? I know you don't like to answer the question, but is that something you're gonna have to be wary of all season?
My knees?
The one knee.
He said my knees.
I think we're all worried about our bodies all day.
How's your?
All right, so it wasn't really the assurance we were all looking for.
I mean, also the question's kind of crazy though. It's like, are you worried about your knees? Yes, sir. I play a sport. I'm worried about my body being healthy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, what are you supposed to say to that though?
I mean, like, what is the approach here? I guess what is the approach? Because I'm looking for this. I'm going to look and see if they ask Tibbs. Like, what is the approach going forward with this from a pain management, from a load management standpoint? He's 15th in the league in total minutes. Is this something where, as a collective, with the doctors and Tibbs and Leon and these guys that they have to watch every night, we got to make sure he gets to April. You know what I mean? Clearly, it's something that you can play on, but you also want him to be effective. You also want him to play defense as best as he can. It didn't look like he was moving well out there, even though he dominated this game.
For sure. Are you looking for a minutes restriction? What are you looking for? Like, when it's a bum team, you give them a night off?
Yeah. I was looking for these 2 nights to take off. I didn't think they needed him to win. Little did we know, when the Magic came in and dragged these guys across the bar, you needed all 48 minutes of Karl Anthony Towns. But especially tonight against the Raptors, I didn't think they needed him.
I don't think you could put it. I mean, lost to the Pistons, lost to the Magic. You can't.
That's fair.
You can't think of like that. You don't need Cat, man. I think this team is so top heavy that you can't miss anybody, man. I mean, it's tough. I think what the real solution is just managing, like having a minutes kind of threshold that you want to go by for most games, and then if the game calls for more minutes, especially a high intensity game, if it's like say the Thunder type matchup, that he could go over. But if you're looking at a game like tonight where he plays 34 minutes, that's the range that should be, all right, we're looking for 34 minutes out of you, Cat.
Yeah.
On a night-to-night basis. I think that is reasonable out of a starter, right? I mean, what they're talking about for, like, Curry, he's averaging, like, I think the lowest, which is 31 not too long ago. He was averaging, like, 34. If you can hover somewhere between 32 to 34, right, averaging that many minutes, I think that's respectable to ask from Towns. And then If you have a night where you can give him a night off just to manage, great. And if you got a call for him to play a few more minutes, he's ready to do so, right?
Yeah.
But it's going. The thing, man, that's about this, and this is where even when you have the whole how do you manage minutes, especially for a top-heavy team that's so difficult, is that it's a delicate balance because you need to win games, right? You don't want to be putting yourself in position where, you know, you don't have home court advantage. Home court advantage is very important, especially for role players. Like, you want to have that for them. Your stars are going to be able to perform anywhere they go.
Mm-hmm.
We saw a few years ago, right, when we played the Miami Heat, and I know Quigley didn't necessarily perform well in the postseason, and that was his first time really getting significant minutes and crucial minutes in the postseason. But in Miami, he struggled, man. In Miami, he struggled. And a lot of those guys did struggle. Even Josh Hart, he struggled in Miami. And so if you're thinking like, you know, we can afford to lose a few games, you can never really afford to lose games. You want to make sure that you have that home court advantage for the postseason. It makes a huge difference. All right. Don't look at last season when we played the Pacers and we were running on fumes after a season where everyone got injured. But you want to make sure you have that.
And you also just never know what tomorrow might bring. You know, you just never know. Suppose a guy goes out, you lose him for weeks on end. Like, you just never know, man. So, again, it's going to be an ongoing debate. And we'll be here for all of it. Shout out to the KFTV Enforcer Al. Shout out to KFTV Ty, a franchise channel member. $20 super chat says Chuck D noted Brunson will be okay, but the fact of the matter is the offense is more effective when it runs through Cat inside out rather than JB pounding on the ball and pulling up late in the shot clock. We don't need that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. I think right now, you know, Towns is just... he is kind of that conduit to success, but with the knees, you gotta watch it. So it's a delicate balance. Here was the captain, Al, after the game when asked about the minutes topic of discussion. Here was Jalen Brunson.
There's obviously the narrative, and statistically, you guys have played, the Stars have played a lot of minutes, but it feels like you guys are kind of getting poked at because you guys have been healthy. I think you're the healthiest or second healthiest team in basketball. Is that, I don't know, is that a dumb conversation to have, like, instead of the fact that you guys are healthy and playing as opposed to you guys are playing a lot of minutes?
I don't know if it's a dumb conversation, but a shout out to our training staff. They do a great job. And our strength and conditioning staff and our coaches, all of them.
All right, so that's the captain, Jalen Brunson. Kept it in typical Brunson fashion.
He's not going to give you any soundbite to like really work off of.
No,
which is fine. I mean, he's trying to make sure it's a peaceful locker room. Everyone's on the same page. Nothing wrong with that. But look, you go listen to, what was it, Roommates last year, where Hart was complaining about all the minutes, right? And he even joked about he's playing a lot of minutes. I'm sure we know that it gets to these guys. The whole argument is not that they shouldn't be playing a lot. The whole argument is that we don't necessarily have the bench depth where we can afford them that luxury.
That's right. That's
the issue.
Yeah, that's right. Kind of just cycling through some of these other ones. Not too much. I mean, OG never really says anything good. But what was so interesting, though, in this game is that, you know, you saw Cat wincing. 5 minutes later, Josh Hart goes into the locker room. He's holding his midsection. And then they said OG went back to the back of the locker room, which I don't think that was caught on camera. I don't think anybody saw that.
Nope.
So all those guys, now Josh Hart, it was revealed, I guess he got, you know, some sort of rib cage contusion. His quick soundbite says he'll be okay. A little quick soundbite on Hartenstein. All right, here's Josh Hart on the Thunder game coming up on Friday. Here we go.
You think Isaiah is the MVP?
Yeah, I mean he should be. I think he's played 20 games or 21 games. I think they lost 2. One of them was tonight. So he plays a brand of basketball that brings in wins, and you know there's no shock why when he got healthy, got put into the lineup that they, you know, went on a rampant 15-game win streak.
You think Isaiah is the MVP?
Right. That was Josh Hart. Speaking on Isaiah Hartenstein, Thunder did lose to the Cleveland Cavaliers tonight. So people say they're going to be coming in, man. They're going to be coming in as the Thunder, as the best team in the league, or one of the best teams in the league that the Knicks lost to. So regardless of whether they won tonight or lost tonight, wouldn't have made a difference to me. Knicks still need to go out there, exact revenge, and finish the job. Needs to be a garden party Friday night. That's what it needs to be, man. See if they're ready.
Yeah, Thunder are coming to our turf, We were knocking them around all last week on Friday, and then in the fourth quarter they decided to turn up.
Yeah.
Now we got to give them a little payback, man.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So, and Al, the Thunder, they played the Cavs. The Cavs have two guards on their team, one being Darius Garland, the other being
Donovan Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell, along with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, you know what they have in common, man?
I know where you're going with this one. I'm going
with this.
Is it a certain underwear?
What these guys have in common, that is correct, Al, is that they are both spokespeople for Skims, the number one men's underwear for the NBA and for KFTV, man. Shout out to our sponsor at Skims. And fellows or ladies, like my guy Pops the Legend for his lady Pops, check out the men's Skims collection, the Skims Men collection. Because not just underwear, it's hoodies, it's t-shirts, it's activewear as well. They do a great job making high-quality products for today's man. And in particular, they have styled your boys, CP and Alex, with the boxer briefs, the 5-inch stretch boxer brief to be exact, man. And you know what? I rock with it. I'm always a boxer guy, but with the Skims boxer briefs, man, it's very good material, breathable material, stretchable, doesn't ride up like a lot of boxer briefs do, so you can stay active with it. You can get in the gym, you can hoop, you can ride your bike, whatever you need to do with those, man. Great products, great quality products. And on the website now, they sell in the boxer briefs. They have them in 3-packs. So you can get here like 3 for $48, different colors, more neutral colors, more neutral palettes. So tap in with our guys at Skims, man. Al, do you need a re-up, man? I can hit the R&D team and let them know, man.
Come on, man. I mean, they're great. Look, lightweight, breathable, give you the support that you need. I mean, and they're comfortable. That's the thing. Like, they're not like underwear that just like, is like squeezing your guts together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Very comfortable. So highly recommend.
Absolutely, man. So when you guys go to Skims, when you go to skims.com and you make a purchase, they will send you a post-purchase survey to your email asking you how you found out about them. You click on podcast and you click on KnicksFanTV, man. Let them know the good fellas at KnicksFanTV sent you. And shout out to Skims, man. They're going to be rocking with us all season long as the official underwear sponsor of KnicksFanTV, man. Salute to them. Salute to Skims for holding us down. Okay. 112.98. Knicks take care of business. Shout out to everybody watching on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, X, and YouTube, of course. Shout out to our franchise channel members. If you guys are new in the chat, type a hashtag new. We'll shout you guys out. We appreciate everybody for tapping in for sure. Let me make sure I catch all the super chats. Shout out to Tugboat Taylor, franchise channel member Al, $10 super chat. Says, much love to KFTV for all the hard work and dedication. Your content makes life at sea that much better. But can we please add Bruce Brown to the nasty mustache work after Andre Drummond? Yeah, what is that? I saw Bruce Brown tonight. Yeah, what was that, man? What was Bruce Brown rocking tonight, man?
I don't even know, man. I think they caught wind that New York City FDNY, rocks and mustaches. They're like, yo, can we start an NBA mustache? Cohort. Let's go.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Bruce Brown. Tugboat, you said you're at sea. Are you with the Coast Guard, Tugboat? Are you with the Coast Guard? You
Navy.
Drive cruise ships? You with the Navy? What do you do, man? Shout out to Tugboat Taylor, man. Shout out to I'm Watching Al, $10 super chat, another franchise channel member. Says, a win Friday will have made that 3-game losing streak much more bearable. We really only need to beat the Cavs or Celtics and stay healthy to get to the finals, which I can see, but we need to get hot. Also, you don't just got to beat them once, you got to beat them 4 times. So that is tough.
Is Chuck D asking to see what the mustache looks
Okay,
like?
yeah. Does anybody have that? Al, when I'm gonna read some more of the super chats. If you find that picture of Bruce Brown, go ahead and throw it up there. We'll throw it up there on the Summer Jam screen. Ed Thomas says Paul Blart Mall Cop stash. Shout out to just going through the realness. $5 super chat says play Cola Brew. Bench Cam after his first brick each game and watch him get in the gym with that third grade form. SMH. Shout out to him. Did Tugboat say, is he still in the chat? I didn't see if he had responded to that, but shout out to Tugboat Taylor. We got Tugboat in there. Life of a Leo, $10 super chat. Another franchise channel member says, just a fun fact, the 3-game losing streak, could be wrong, was the first time the Knicks lost 3 in a row when OG plays. I would have to think that's true because his record with the Knicks right now is 45-14. So, I mean, how many 3-game losing streaks could you have had in there? You know, especially when he came in and they had a hot January. That might be right. I can see that being accurate. So shout out to Life of Leo for that. Al, did you find it?
I think there's like too many that he has. There's 2 options.
All right.
I mean, the options right now are just ridiculous. Like, what's going on here, man?
Hey, hold on. Okay, here we go. Oh, well, was this one recent?
They're both when he's on the Raptors.
Is this a Fu Manchu? What's it? What's this called?
I have no idea what's going on.
What is this called there? What is Bruce Brown? What do you call this thing, man? Hang on, let's see. Hang on, let's pull it up.
Get the Clippers. That's
yeah, get the Clippers. All right, yeah. So he's got like the little like upside down U thing going on there. All right, so there's Bruce Brown. We don't need.
I mean, he likes to rock that cowboy outfit, you know. So
yeah, he's trying to be a Stetson guy, I guess. Somebody get this guy Manscaped code, man. Get to it.
Man thinks he's in like a John Wayne, movie over here.
Yeah, get this guy Manscaped code, man. Promo code KFTV, 20% off free shipping, man.
Next thing you know, he's gonna be like, get along with okay.
Oh man want to chip and don't know what to do with himself. But all right, shout out to Bruce Brown, man. Get it how you live. Hey, whatever.
He got the Yosemite Sam.
Yeah, he got the Yosemite joint. What's going on, man? Vincent Huang out 75 Taiwanese dollar super chat says praise Tibbs for subbing in the bench unit. Yes, they did not score, but they just need time to figure it out like the starters earlier in the season. Shout out Vincent Huang, man. Salute to you and appreciate the support. Yeah, definitely glad that the bench got in.
Shout out to Will Mercado. He said Sheriff Brown is in.
Sheriff Brown, man. Yeah.
Sheriff Brown is in town. Look at this guy.
Eccentric figures, man. Anyway, good show. Great show tonight. Shout
Bruce
out.
Hogan. Oh, look at this.
Bruce Hogan. Okay, that's a good one. We can accept that.
Let's go, brother.
Yeah. Oh, man. What happened to my outro music? Did I lose it? Hang on, man. I think I lost my outro music for some reason. Oh, no. Here it is. Okay. Thought I lost it for a second, man. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Once again, thanks for tapping in. Wherever you guys are watching from, man. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Shout out to you, Al. Shout out to our earlier guest, man. Esfandiar Bahraini. We tapped in on the Knicks versus Raptors pregame. And then we got into, in the backdrop of OKC and Cleveland, we got into, also within the scope of why is the league not as, interesting as it used to be. The rivalries, man. You're missing rivalries. And, I thought tonight, especially with OKC and the Cavs, SGA and Spider and Garland, build up on that. But I also think today's stars are just not as compelling as those of yesteryear. I think that's a problem, man. We still have not identified the next face of the league, Al. You know what I'm saying?
No one's really giving you that hot take. Everyone's so well media trained that they know, if they say anything wrong, it gets out the locker room.
Yeah, it's ruined
It's too chummy, man, as you would say. Too chummy. too nice. It's like we need some grittiness, man. We need some rivalry. We need some action out here. Come on.
Yeah, for sure.
But you're burying the lead over here. Hold on one second.
Yeah.
Don't think you're getting out. You ain't running away from this. How's Underdog? How's that draft go?
Oh, hang on. I almost forgot. I didn't bury the lead. Hang on. Let me pause the outro music. Let's get into overtime here. Because you and I did do an Underdog fantasy draft. Shout out to our guys at Underdog, man. Another sponsor of the show. Shout out to our guys at Underdog. We did complete an Underdog draft. So I'm guessing you're asking because you may have one tonight. Hang on. Let me make sure. Let me just make sure, man, before you get to gloating and all of that. Let me just make sure that. Hold on. Let me pull this up here. Hang tight.
Come on, let the people see. Come on.
Hang tight. Let me see what's going on here. Let me pull up my
Don't be pulling up no old receipts either.
Let me pull up my stats here. Okay, let's go to draft. Results. Let's go to results. Okay, draft.
I don't think it's under results yet. I think it's still in progress.
1-6. Oh, it's still in progress? Live.
Yeah.
Draft. Okay. Hang on. Oh, hold on. Okay. 2-person draft. Leaderboard. All right, I'm pulling it up right now. Hang on, man. Be patient.
I'm waiting over here.
Be patient,
you're trying
man.
for an old draft. What's going on?
Don't rush the process, man. Hold your horses, man. Hold your horses.
I know old people and computers is a little difficult.
Okay, let's see. All right, so the 2-man draft between the franchise and the Stratocaster right now has the Stratocaster winning so far 289.6. You drafted SGA. He had a great night tonight. 53 fantasy points. Oh, he had 31, 5, 4, 3, and 2. That's a nice fantasy night for you. 5 turnovers. Hurts you because you get -1 for every turnover. So you could have 58 points tonight. Okay, good job there. You had Giannis. What did Giannis do? 22, 14, and 7. Okay. All right, Giannis against San Antonio. Karl Anthony Towns. Welcome back, Big Bodega. 27, 13, 2, 3, and 2 blocks. Sneaky. That was a good one by you. You had Brunson, Scotty Barnes, Jalen Williams. How'd Jalen Williams do tonight? 25, 5, 9 assists, 3 steals, and a block. So good job, man. Okay, so let's see my team. 177. Oh, my God. What happened here? Wemby, what happened, man? Only 10 points. See, that's it. Wemby didn't really set the tone for us. So 10 points, 9 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, and 3 blocks for Wemby. Totally wasn't expecting that, obviously. Okay. Damn, man, what happened tonight?
Ooh, Jokic didn't even play.
Okay, well there you go. There you go. I took an injury risk there with Jokic, who was out on illness rather. So Maxey was the best player on my squad tonight. 29, 3 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals. But Wemby, not having Wemby, that was it. I was wondering, how did I only score 177 points when I had that team? So, damn. All right. So, all right. All right. So you can claim the victory, but I mean, I had one guy down and one guy underperform. Sufficiently underperform.
You went in there knowingly that he was questionable for tonight.
I did.
You made the decision.
That was my choice. You're right. You're definitely right on that. That was my choice.
I just want to let you know that I won tonight, okay?
Okay.
And to the good people at home, let it be known that I won here. Thank you, CP, for pulling up on the big board. And thank you for, I guess, lunch tomorrow. Appreciate it.
There you go, man. Well, for you people at home, man, play to win, but play responsibly. Use our code KFTV at Underdog Fantasy, man. Choose between 2 to 8 players, and all you're going to do is predict whether or not those players are going to go higher or lower on the given stat category that Underdog has out there. So that's the pick'em side, but then you also have the fantasy side as well, which me and Al did tonight, the fantasy draft. So I'll see you Friday, man. I'll see you Friday, bro.
Oh, yeah. Hey, guess what? Guess what's tomorrow, too, by the way?
Yeah.
We got a Game of the Week preview tomorrow.
Okay, yeah. Let the people know what's up, man. What time? Let them know the details.
Hey, man, we got Game of the Week preview. We are doing another one on the Oklahoma City Thunder. We are going to catch up, all right, with OKC Insider tomorrow. So make sure to be tapped in at 9:30 p.m. so that we get ready for round 2, man. It's a big game.
Yeah.
More than worthwhile to do another Game of the Week preview on the Thunder and get some more perspective on that team and for this upcoming matchup. So make sure to tap it at 9:30 tomorrow night.
There you go, man. So we will be tapping in. Great show as usual, Alex. Great show to all the mods and great show to the fans, man, that tap in with us on the number one show for the fans by the fans. I think, can we all agree that the other side was tonight's winner? Can we all agree? Other side?
Yeah.
Caller of the night? Okay. So for the other side, man, for your inconvenience, obviously things got a little hectic on your end. I'm going to get you a free meal sponsored by our guys at Burger Head NYC, man. Shout out to our guys over there. Shout out my guy Will Urich and our guys at Burger Head, 353 6th Avenue, in right there across the street from the Cage on West 4th. And shout out to other side, man. Email us at kftvmedia@gmail.com to claim your gift certificate. And for those of you at home in the New York City tri-state area, every Knicks game day, our guys at Burgerhead are giving you guys 20% off using promo code KFTV. So make sure you guys head into the store, holla at my guy Will, and tell him the good people at KFTV sent you, man. And for the other side, congratulations to you, man. You got your free meal, man. So we'll tap in with us. Remember that your show's available in audio podcast format. No reason to miss it. You can catch us on all podcast platforms. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Game of the Week preview. What time now? 9:30?
9:30. Good
9:30. 9:30. So 9:30 there. And then that's it, man. Knicks win 112-98. We will see you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow, man. Peace.